All right, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new in here, my name is Philip. This is Phil Reacts. Today we are checking out, a true classic. We are finally diving into, Bridge Over Troubled Water by Simon and Garfunkel. Now, I already know, this album has legendary status. A lot of people consider this one of the, greatest albums ever made. Not just, in folk music, but music period. I mean, this thing came out in 1970, quite a long time ago, and somehow over 50 years later, people still talk about it like it dropped yesterday. And honestly, that's always fascinating to me, because whenever an album survives generations like that, it usually means there's something deeper going on. I mean, incredible songwriting, timeless emotion, unforgettable melodies, or music that connects with people on a much more human level, no matter what era you're from. So, what makes this album really, really interesting is the context behind it. I mean, this was actually final, studio album, from Simon and Garfunkel as a duo. And from what I've read, whilst they were making this project, their relationship, was already starting to, kind of like fall apart. Garfunkel, was getting into, acting. Paul Simon was, evolving creatively. Tensions were building, and somehow in the middle of all of that, they created one of the most iconic albums ever. And honestly, sometimes the best art comes from complicated emotions, in my opinion. Now, obviously, I know some of the big songs, Bridge Over Troubled Water, The Boxer, Cecilia, keep the customer satisfied, a whole lot of them, those are legendary records, but and I have to be honest, I've listened to this album, I think once or twice, and today we are going to do that. So today, once again, I want to pay attention to, the storytelling, the harmonies, the production, the emotion, and the chemistry behind these two, because, everybody talks about how magical, their voices sound together. And considering, this was basically the end, of an era, for them, I already have a feeling this album it is gonna hit emotionally. So, I mean, if you enjoy, these, classic album reactions and you really, really want to, see more, deep dives, make sure, to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know, your favorite, Simon and Garfunkel song, in the comments before we even get started. All right. So I'm listening to this, on my Spotify, and from what I'm seeing here, this album has 11 songs. Spans a little over 37 minutes and 21 seconds. Yes, super excited for this one, man. I'm not gonna waste any more time. First song titled the title track, Bridge Over Troubled Water. I know a lot of people know this song, and I mean, feels so good to actually be coming back to it. Let's take a listen, guys. Yeah, that piano. Yeah.
When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in
Yeah. Ooh.
your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found.
Yeah.
Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down.
Yeah.
When you're down and out,
Okay.
when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. Oh, when darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me
Wow.
down.
Sounds so good, guys.
Bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down.
Wow.
Sail on, silver
Whoa. Okay.
sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. Oh, if you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind, like a bridge over troubled water.
Yeah.
I will ease your mind.
Wow. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa, guys. Wow. Guys. Bridge Over Troubled Water, the first song off of this album. Guys, no, we definitely have to stop here already. Because I mean that voice, I mean the way the song starts, so softly and intimate, with just that piano, and then slowly builds into this gigantic, emotional explosion is absolutely insane. I mean, and then Art Garfunkel's vocals here sound almost heavenly. I completely understand now why this song became legendary. Apparently, based on a few facts that I read about the song, Paul Simon actually wrote the song, but insisted Art Garfunkel sing it because he thought the vocals fit him better. Later he regretted not singing it himself. I mean that's so crazy because Art Garfunkel absolutely floats on this track. I mean the gospel influence is all over this too. It almost feels spiritual. And that final section, guys, the orchestration, the drums, the emotion, I feel like this doesn't sound like a song. It sounds more like a farewell. Yeah, I really I really enjoyed coming back to the song. I mean, question for you guys, do you think this is one of the greatest vocal performances ever recorded? Please share your thoughts about this down in the comment section and be honest. Because I think this might be, that's just me. Let me know what you guys think about this one down the comment section. We move on to the second song titled Condor Pasa, If I Could. Yeah, I don't think that's Spanish, right? Yeah, let's take a listen. Mm. Mm. Whoa. Okay. They're still building up.
I'd rather be a sparrow than a snail. Yes, I would.
Yeah.
If I could, I surely would. I'd rather be a hammer than a nail. Yes, I would.
Yes, I would.
If I only could,
I only could.
I surely would. I'd rather sail away like a swan that's here and gone. A man gets tied up to the ground. He gives the world its saddest sound, its saddest sound. I'd rather be a forest than a street. Yes, I would. If I could, I surely would. I'd rather feel the earth beneath my feet. Yes, I would. If I only could.
If I only could.
I surely would.
Okay, yes. The second song, Condor Pasa, if I could. Guys, we definitely have to hold on this one because I feel like we are now going full folk, world music, sort of vibe here. I mean, the transition from this gigantic ballad, into, this Indian, inspired folk track, is definitely wild. I mean, the instrumentation here is beautiful. The flutes, the acoustic textures, the atmosphere, it all feels like you're traveling through mountains, and I love how the lyrics are basically saying, I'd rather, be free than, trapped by society. I mean, simple message, timeless message. Also, the sequencing on the album, is amazing so far. I have to say, and to think that we are only, 2 songs in. Every song, I feel like it feels like, its own world. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, so far so good. We're moving on to the third song, Cecilia. Yes, let's go. Okay.
You're shaking my confidence daily. Oh, Cecilia, I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you, please, to come home. Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. You're shaking my confidence daily. Oh, Cecilia, I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you, please, to
Okay. Okay, guys. So that was the third song, Cecilia. This I've heard before, but I mean, after coming back to it again, I would definitely say that this is a vibe. I mean, this song immediately changes the energy, of this album. I mean, the hand percussion and a clapping rhythm, feels so alive and spontaneous, in my opinion. I can already tell. I mean, this was probably a huge crowd favorite. And what's crazy, is how effortless. I mean, they make harmonies sound. I mean, most artists, would kill, for harmonies this clean. This song, feels joyful on the surface, but lyrically, it's actually messy and a bit chaotic, in my opinion. Relationship drama wrapped inside a catchy groove. I mean, classic songwriting trick, I must say. And honestly, this might be one, of the catchiest songs they ever made, in my opinion. Guys, I really, really love this song. Like I said, this is a song I've already listened to. Happens to be one of my favorites, from them. Yes, let me know what you guys think about this song so far. We're moving on to the fourth song, titled "Keep the Customer Satisfied." Let's go.
Gee, but it's great to be back home. Home is where I wanna be. I've been on the road so long, my friend. And if you came along, I know you couldn't disagree. It's the same old story. Yeah. Everywhere I go, I get slandered. Libel. I hear words I never heard in the Bible. And I'm one step ahead of the shoe shine. 2 steps away from the county line. Just trying to keep my customers satisfied. Deputy Sheriff said to me, tell me what you come here for, boy. You better get your bags and flee.
Yeah.
You're in trouble, boy, and now you're heading into war. It's the same old story. Everywhere I go, I get slandered. I hear words I never heard in the Bible. And I'm one step ahead of the shoe shine. 2 steps away from the county line. Just trying to keep my customers satisfied.
Horns.
But it's the same
Yeah.
old story. Everywhere I go, I get slandered. I hear words I never heard in the Bible. And I'm so tired. I'm so tired. But I'm trying to keep my customers satisfied.
Wow. Guys, keep the customer Satisfied. I mean, this song really, really moves. The brass section came in, and suddenly, we are in full on traveling musician, mode. I mean, this feels exhausted. This feels restless. Feels burnt out. Like somebody running from city to city trying to survive fame, and knowing. I mean, the tension between Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel, during this era makes the song, hit differently, I must say. I mean, this album, already feels like success, mixed with emotional exhaustion, in my opinion. I'm loving this album so far, guys. Let me know what you think. Are you enjoying this album so far? Share your thoughts about it down in the comment section. We're moving on to the fifth song, titled "So Long" of Frank Lloyd Wright. Yes, let's go.
So long, Frank Lloyd Wright. I can't believe your song is gone so soon. I barely learned the tune so soon, so soon. I'll remember Frank Lloyd Wright. All of the nights we'd harmonize till dawn. I never laughed so long, so long, so long. Architects may come and architects may go and never change your point of view. When I run dry, I stop a while and think of you.
Whoa, the flute.
Architects may come and architects may go and
Yeah.
never change your point of view. So long, Frank Lloyd Wright. All of the nights we'd harmonize till dawn. I never laughed so long, 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 so long,
Yeah.
so long.
Okay, guys. So that was the fifth song, "So Long," Frank Lloyd Wright. This song is beautiful. That's just right off the bat. I mean, the harmonies in here are unreal. I mean, it's almost sounds like they are floating, and there's something bittersweet about this track, in my opinion. Like two people quietly saying goodbye to each other, without directly saying it. I read that many fans interpret this song, as symbolic of Simon and Garfunkel themselves, drifting apart. And honestly, after hearing it, I can see why. This album is becoming more and more emotional. The deeper I listen, the deeper we go. Yeah. Moving on to my favorite song, the said song, off of this album, The Boxer. Yes. Yeah. Let's take a listen. Yeah. Ooh.
I am just a poor boy, though my story is seldom told. I squandered
Story
my
seldom told.
existence for a pocket full of mumbles, such are promises. All lies and jest, still the man hears what he wants to hear and disregards the rest.
Ooh. Yeah.
When I left my home and my family, I was no more than a boy in the company of strangers, in the quiet of the railway station, running scared. Laying low, seeking out the poorer quarters where the ragged people go, looking for the places only they would know. La la la.
Yeah. Wow. Every time, guys. Every single time. Woo.
Asking only workmen's wages, I come looking for a job, but I get no offers. Just to come on from the wars on 7th Avenue. I do declare there were times when I was so lonesome I took some comfort there. La 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 la.
My God, this song is so beautiful.
And I'm laying out my winter clothes and wishing I was gone, going home, where the New York City winters are bleeding me, bleeding me, going home. In the clearing stands a boxer and a fighter by his trade, and he carries the reminders of every glove that laid him down or cut him till he cried out in his anger and his shame, I am leaving, but the fighter still remains.
Yeah.
La la la, la 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 la.
Ooh.
La 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 la. La 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 la.
Let's go.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Yeah. Let's go. Wow. Oh my God. This song hits every time. Wow, guys. Beautiful. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. Yeah. Yes, like I said from the beginning, this is like my favorite song, of this album. I mean, it's probably the longest song on the album too. This song is like 5 minutes and 12 seconds. I mean, this is definitely a masterpiece. The storytelling, the loneliness, the resilience, and then that famous la la la, la 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 la, guys. Man, that hook, feels almost ghostly, and also can we, talk about the production? I mean, that drum hit, sounds massive. Apparently the recording process, for this song, was incredibly ambitious and, expensive, for its time, based on a few facts, that I'd read. And you can definitely hear it. This sounds, huge while still feeling intimate. That's not easy to actually do, in my opinion. This might honestly be my, favorite, track so far. Yeah, I said it from the beginning. I mean, I love it. I mean, this song gets me every time I listen to it. Question for you guys: the Boxer or Bridge Over Troubled Water? Which one are you taking? I'm definitely going for the Boxer. I know that's going to be like a hard choice, but for me, the Boxer any day. Yeah, let me know what you guys choose. Moving on to the seventh song, Baby Driver. Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
My daddy was the family baseman.
Okay.
My mom was an engineer, and I was born one dark gray morning with music coming in my ears, in my ears. They call me baby driver, and once upon a pair of wheels I hit the road and I'm gone. What's my number? I wonder how your engines feel. Scoot down the road. What's my number? I wonder how your engines feel. Shed a light.
Yeah. Yeah.
My daddy was a prominent frogman.
Okay.
My mom was in the Naval Reserve. When I was young, I carried a gun, but I never got the chance to serve. I did not serve. They call me baby driver. And once upon a pair of wheels, I hit the road and I'm gone. What's my number? I wonder how your engines feel. Scoot down the road. What's my number? I wonder how your engines feel.
Yeah.
My daddy got a big promotion. My mama got a raise in pay. There's no one home, we're all alone. All come to my room and play. Yes, we can play. I'm not talking about your pigtails. I'm talking about your sex appeal and the road and the line. What's my number? I wonder how your engines scoot down the road. What's my number? I wonder how your engines feel.
Whoa. Okay, guys, that was the seventh song, "Baby Driver." This one is fun. This one is absolutely fun. I mean, this feels lighter and more playful. After the emotional heaviness of the Boxer. The groove is definitely infectious, and I mean, it almost feels like early road trip, sort of rock, music. I love how this album, constantly changes moods, without losing its identity. I mean, that was hard to actually pull off, in my opinion. I really, really enjoyed listening to this song. Moving on to the eighth song, "The Only Living Boy in." All right, so that was the eighth song, titled "The Only Living Boy in New York." Yes, this one, really, really hit me, I must say. I mean, this feels lonely, in the most beautiful way possible. The layered harmonies, here are insane. I mean, it sounds cinematic, like floating through empty city lights, at night. Knowing Paul Simon, wrote this while Art Garfunkel was away filming, Catch 22 definitely makes this song, feel even more personal. Like I said, this is, based on a few facts that I pulled up, before I jump into this album. I mean, this song, feels like abandonment, feels like distance, friendship fading, and acceptance. Honestly, this might be the emotional core of the album. I can already see why, so many people, connect deeply with this song. Yeah. Share your thoughts about this one down the comment section, guys. Moving on to the ninth song, "Why Don't You Write Me?" Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Why don't you write me? I'm out in the jungle. I'm hungry to hear you. Send me a card. I am waiting so hard to be near you.
All right, guys. So that was the ninth song. Why don't you write me? This one feels breezy and almost Caribbean, sort of inspired, in my opinion. A nice, emotional resetting after that, last track. But even here, there's still longing, underneath everything. This album, keeps balancing beauty and sadness effectively, I must say, guys. So far, so good. Moving on to the 10th song, by Love. Yes, this is live at Memorial Auditorium, Burlington. Okay, let's take a listen, guys. Yeah.
She sure looks happy, I sure am blue. She was my baby till he stepped in. Goodbye to romance, that might have been. Bye-bye love, bye-bye happiness. Hello loneliness, think I'm gonna cry. Bye-bye love, bye-bye sweetness. Hello emptiness, feel like I could die. Bye my love, goodbye. I'm through with romance, I'm through with love. I'm through with counting the stars above. And here's the reason that I'm so free. My loving baby is through with me. Bye-bye love, bye-bye happiness. Hello loneliness, think I'm gonna cry. Bye-bye love, bye-bye sweet caress. Hello emptiness, feel like I could die.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, guys, so that was the 10th song, Bye Bye Love. This is a live performance. And I have to say that after listening to this song, I can confidently say that I love the live, atmosphere here. I mean, leaving the crowd noise, was such a smart decision, in my opinion. It definitely makes the album feel human and grounded again, after, some deeply emotional moments. And honestly, having the song called Bye Bye Love, near the end, of the final, Simon and Garfunkel, album, feels very, very intentional, in my opinion, almost like a wink, to the listener. Yeah. And let me know what you think about this one down in the comment section, guys. Moving on to the final song titled Song for the Asking. Let's go.
Here is my song for the asking. Ask me and I will play so sweetly I'll make you smile. This is my tune for the taking. Take it, don't turn away. I've been waiting all my life,
Wow.
thinking it over I'd sad, thinking it over I'd be more than glad to change my ways. For the asking, ask me and I will play all the love that I hold inside. Yeah.
Wow. Wow, guys. The final song, a song or song, for the asking. Wow. What a quiet ending, no giant, finale, no dramatic, climax, and just softness. This feels like the final conversation between two old friends and before walking away forever. And honestly, that might be the perfect ending for this album, in my opinion, guys. I really, really, really enjoyed listening to this album, front to back. Yes. So now that I have finally experienced Bridge Over Troubled Water front to back, I completely understand why this album, is considered one of the greatest albums ever made. I mean, this didn't feel like just a collection of songs. It felt like a farewell, a reflection on friendship, a creative peak, and honestly, the soundtrack, to two artists slowly drifting apart while still creating magic together. And I think that emotional tension is what makes this album so powerful, because throughout the entire listen, there is this strange balance between beauty and sadness. The harmonies sound warm and comforting, but underneath them you can almost feel distance growing between the two of them. I feel like that is what makes this album hit differently emotionally. Musically, this project was way more diverse than I expected. You've got gospel influences on Bridge Over Troubled Water. You've got folk storytelling on The Boxer. World music elements on El Condor Pasa, upbeat pop energy on Cecilia. We also had a bit of jazz and bossa nova textures on So Long, Frank Lloyd Wright, and these cinematic layered harmonies all throughout the album, and somehow none of it feels disconnected. Everything still sounds cohesive, in my opinion. That's hard to do, guys. That is so hard to do. One thing that really stood out to me was the production. For an album released in 1970, this sounds incredible. I must say, the clarity, the layering, the vocal mixing, the orchestration, it still feels rich and immersive today. And we are in 2026. And the thing is, they never, overdo anything. Nothing feels flashy just for the sake of, being flashy. Every instrument serves the emotion of the song. That's master level production, guys. Vocally, this album is honestly ridiculous. The chemistry between Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel is unreal. I always say this, their voices don't just harmonize, they melt together, especially on songs like Bridge Over Troubled Water, The Only Living Boy in New York, and The Boxer. Those tracks honestly gave me chills. Lyrically, this album feels deeply human. A lot of writing deals with loneliness, exhaustion, emotional support, distance, identity, and change. It goes on. And because the lyrics are, written in such a poetic but relatable way, the song, still connects decades later. That's timeless songwriting. Now, personally, my standout tracks were, Bridge Over Troubled Water, I love The Boxer, The Only Living Boy in New York, and Cecilia. Yeah. But honestly, there really, aren't any weak songs here. Every single track contributes something important to the emotional journey of the album. And what really makes this album legendary to me, is the context behind it. Knowing this, was their final studio album together, definitely adds emotional weight, to everything. Some songs, feel hopeful, some feel lonely, some feel like, quiet goodbyes. And I mean, by the time the album ends with Song for the Asking, it honestly feels like the closing chapter, of an era. I mean, beautiful, but bittersweet. So yeah, overall, I'd say this album, absolutely lives up. This is one of those records that reminds you why classic albums, become classic in the first place. Not because they are old, but because they capture, emotions that never gets old. Timeless music, timeless songwriting, timeless emotion. This album is incredible, guys. Absolutely incredible. Now, that's just me. That's just what I think about this album. Let me know what you guys also think. What's your favorite song, from Bridge Over Troubled Water, and where do you kind of rank this album, amongst the greatest albums, of all time. I mean, if you all enjoyed this reaction, if you guys enjoyed this review, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more classic album deep dives. Much love, everybody, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.